Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackbird podcast. This is this here is a painting I'm working on. Just said I'd put it there for scale, give you some idea, and it's my guest today. Yes, we shall be talking, chit-chatting. Seeing as this is episode 50, and it all started about paintings. Thought it fitting to have a painting as my guest. A painting that I'm slowly working on. So how y'all doing? Are you good? So I had the measurements, but they've escaped me. If you're listening on Spotify, sorry no, but this I've brought a painting in here. And I have it sitting or propped alongside of me for scale because I forgot what is it? It's probably 4 feet by 3 feet or something like that. It's on. You'll see it on the YouTube if you have an interest of going there. You'll see it. But it's just this is the beginning of a painting for me because, like I was saying initially, I made a mess, as you do, because you see the mess. You know, when you're not really sure, you haven't planned or anything, you see the mess and you can fix the mess. Or you might see something in the mess that'll trigger something. But what triggered this was, I have the sketches, and the sketch was like over there on the wall alongside the canvas when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, of ideas that I had originally for other paintings. Oh, you know, so I went with that one. It's basically you have a naked woman on a horse, bareback. They're both, biological entities. Here, the female human is like biologically, generally, the weaker. And then you've the horse, which is not weak. It's a strong animal, but it has weaknesses. But it's in general, you wouldn't want to get a kick off them, They're powerful, elegant, beautiful, as is the woman, but, So the fact that she's on a horse naked is like an indication of the mindset, which is like defying the biology, if you will. It's defying the biology. A strong mind to fucking take in all that can go wrong and still get up on the horse. I mean, you might as well be up on a horse naked. Because if you fall off it, damn, you hit the ground hard, slap. I was watching some videos on my lunch breaks this week. And I just tripped up into these like reels on YouTube. I shouldn't be laughing, but fuck. Some of them are funny. Where people take a crash off a horse. Oh, lad. Do they hit the ground fucking hard. Slam. And then they get trodden on. So basically it's kind of like that. But then there was like an element of, I don't know, not a mythological, I suppose mythological in the sense that's the domain to exaggerate these mindsets, these strengths, these differences. Do you know? And I think I'm looking forward to going to seeing it done, to seeing it finished. There's a few angles I gotta get definition on, and then I can start bringing out some tones and, some light. I'm gonna have a nice light just on the outside of the body there. Kind of there and he's in shadow there, but it's coming over the head, just maybe down around there, the shoulder, the hair will get a glisten, and then I got some funky shit for there yet to do. I'll have to sort out the horse, but and now we're off to the races. We're gonna get this painting going. Hopefully I won't fuck it up in the middle, because sometimes that happens, as we found out with Witch Dance. The Witch Dancer started off as something completely different, And due to my stubbornness, and basically that's it, just my stubbornness, I fucked it up. 6 months worth, boom, gone. Paint over it immediately. And I did. And there we are. You know? It's really weird sitting out on the edge here. But I wanted to show you the painting. I wanted you to see it. You know, there was no, like I said, there's no plan. It's just fucking let it happen. And I could tell you exactly what I want to do with it, but then that mightn't be what'll happen. Because once I'm painting it, it's a very different ballgame to when you're talking about it. That's why it's painting. Oh, yummy. It is a nice painting. Going to be some lovely textures. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I was meant to do a whole series of naked women on horses. But I did one dark and light, and it came out very cool, very nice. It wasn't very nice. It's just nicely. It's kind of, I don't know how would you describe it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like looking at it. It seems very. It's like there's layers. I'm always seeing something different pop out in the background, kind of in the shapes and shadows. I like that in paintings. I suppose it's abstract expressionism. You know? They're cool. I like them. I like doing them. I love doing them. So tell me, folks, how are you? Are you doing okay? It's getting cold, isn't it? Although the week we had was a dinger. Fuck, it was a dinger. A lot of lovely days. A bit chilly, but lovely days. So this will be finished when it'll be finished. I'm not going to put myself under pressure or time deadlines and stuff like that, because with work now there's a lot of travelling, and by the time you get home you're fucked. So I'm just going to do it when I can, just feel my way through it and enjoy it. A nice journey, a nice adventure. As for Dark and Light, that came out very different again. Like this will probably, I'm going to show you that one on. Sure, sorry for all those listening on Spotify, but I'm in that kind of mood. I just want to show my shit, show my paintings. You probably see glimpses of them here and there, you know. But I really like them. They make, when I'm looking at them, they make me feel like I want to paint more. You know? So, there she is, naked on a horse. Now, I know her back is turned to the viewer, because it's not all about, you know, I know some people get weird when they see boobies. Good word is okay, but bad word is not okay. But it didn't require it anyway. It was just about, I mean, if you've never been on a horse, you might be thinking, you might get the vibe, like, or the, I don't know. But if you even go outside your house and you take off your shoes and your socks and go walk on the gravel for a while, or walk on the concrete for the day, or on a road, even on a beach, a stony beach, a sandy beach, for a few hours, you see how fragile you are. No matter how stubborn you are. And then you have tribes in certain parts of the world who never put a shoe on in their life, and they can walk wherever. So it kind of shows you how conditioned we've become to be weak, physically weak, and in turn mentally weak. So when you put a picture of a naked woman on a horse, for me, it just screams like, power, strength. You nearly think if you saw a scene where they're galloping along and they fall off the horse, that they'd probably be okay. When in reality, they'd be... I was getting horse riding lessons for a spell. For a dozen times, I suppose. Harvey was the name of the horse. Big horse. And that scared the shit out of me. A big fucking horse had to get up on this picnic table, climb up onto the horse. When you get up there for the first time, you're like, what do I hold on to here? And you feel very, all of a sudden, unsure about everything. And then, that settles. You're like, okay, I got this. Worst thing that can happen, I fall off. And then the horse moves and you're like, fuck. You go through it all again. But you get over that quickly enough. Unless you get a scare. I mean, imagine if you got a scare, there's always going to be an accident around a horse, I feel. Even the professional people get fucked up, killed. In anything to do with horses, because they're fucking big, muscular, just powerful animals. They have their own mind, they are intelligent. And our lack of their language is what results in people usually getting, fucked up. And in turn, women are beautiful. A beautiful woman on a beautiful horse is just... that's breathtaking stuff. So I figured I'll bring the two of them together. Although it's not like I can get a beautiful woman to strip off and jump on a horse and run around for the day and video her and photograph her and sketch her and paint her. That's not on the table. That's why it's probably why actually I'm doing more abstract. Because you can do that without any references really. You nick a few ideas where you can and just kind of smudge reality and just wash in what you need to wash in. If anything, you start to do one painting because you think you've got a great idea, but whatever it is, you want to get it out of your head. You go onto a canvas where you can look at it. So you do that, and then you realize, that's not what I wanted or how I envisioned it, but I like it. And then you want to do another one, kind of from that one. And then it evolves. And before you know it, you've maybe 20 paintings off of that initial one idea that was executed in such a fashion that the finished result is completely different to what you had in your head. But at the same time, the essence of what you had in your head is strong in it. And that's enough. That's all you want. You'd be happy with that. That just honest expression of that thought. And it can embody so many things. You might just see a woman on a horse. But when you factor in the colours, the choice of colours, the positioning, the pose, the posture, the abstractions, everything around it, the atmosphere, there's so much in it. You can just sit back and look at it and just... you can go for a long, long walk. And it's very cool. I love it. Love those moments. So it's not fucking decor that you'd be after, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in... there's always that itch in your fucking brain. It's like, what is it? What is it? And you just try to get that itch every time. And then it might stop when you're like, I got it. And then you look at it a few weeks later and you're like, well, in and of itself, it's fine. It's finished. but it needs a continuation. It needs a part 2, a part 3, and so on it goes. It's like chasing the moon. But it's a journey worth the effort. So you kind of, you can understand when some people just go in themselves and they don't have much of a social life and they just want to work on that thing that's similar to what I just said, and just work on it and work on it. Obviously, it's good to get a balance, of course. You've only one life, you want to enjoy yourself too. Can't all be about chasing your crazy. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, this painting now, even as it is, some folks be like, oh, don't touch it, it's finished. Even myself, sometimes I think, yeah, it's finished. Until I get into the studio the next day and I look at it and go, fuck, it's nearly there. It's not finished. But yeah, it's got lovely textures on it. Just kind of bring in a few more details. Details and some light. Some information around the back here. A little bit on the arms maybe. Definitely in the hair. And then just a little something there on the profile of the face. And with the horse then as well. You can do as much or as little as you want, as it needs. Because sometimes it doesn't always need to be over detailed, super detailed. But sometimes it does, but it's kind of the less detailed the better. It's a trick. It's a trick. So that's what I'd be working on now. In between the screaming kids and the hammering of stone and the long drives and the cold winter nights. Ta-dam. So there you go now, folks. A nice and brief for episode 50. No crazy. Just a little insight, a little behind the scenes of this beauty. Let's put a tail in there. Just got to get the angle right. So I will be working on that this week. And happily so. So I think we shall say we leave it at that, I think, today. Because the guest will be coming soon, so I just thought I'd culture-y that little word on painting. My painting. Although I suppose it's a good thing I'm using acrylic paints with this painting. Because I did a few in oil there during the course of last year, but my God almighty. The fucking drying time is just, I don't have the space for that now. You want to have a nice big wide open studio for that. So you can put all your wet stuff where they won't be touched. But the acrylics are great, Once you start blending and you get there, you figure it out that suits you. They give them a nice varnish when they're finished. And it looks just as beautiful. So, that's your art education today from the Blackbird podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have some food for thought. Food for thought. I'm going to go do stuff now. What am I doing? I'm not doing a whole pile. There's loads I should be doing, but you know what? Fuck it. It's that kind of day. So enjoy. Have a good week. And we'll see you all next time. Bye now.